WinMill Software presents What's New in Clarity Project and Portfolio Management version 13.2. About Clarity PPM. CA Clarity Project and Portfolio Management is one of the leading PPM tools in the industry. Clarity is used by most Fortune 1000 companies and is ranked as one of the best-in-class portfolio management tools by leading industry analysts. Clarity supports centralized management of projects, portfolios, financials, resources, and provides aggregated reporting to assist in strategic decision-making for your organization. Hello, this is Jim Wall, Senior Consultant for WinMill Software, and today we're going to go through some of the general enhancements that are with version 13 and specifically for version 13.2. We're going to cover newly supported internet browsers, changes to the overview, enhancements to the project list page, OBS improvements, the new Gantt Chart, financials enhancements, and we'll go through other improvements as well. Let's begin with logging in, which is the same as version 12, but there is additional support for internet browsers. Supported browsers are IE 8 and above, Firefox 1902 and higher for Windows, Apple, and Linux, Google Chrome 250, 1364, 172 and higher, and also for Apple Mac, Safari 602 and higher. There are also apps available for submitting and approving timesheets for the mobile devices, iPhone and Android. Let's log into the system and see what else has been enhanced. This is the general overview page, and as you can see, the look and feel of version 13 is different. v13 is built on HTML5, which allows better auto-sizing of portlets on the screen. You can still modify the portlets as you like and move them in this view. You can see in this example we have a picture of the beautiful Grand Central Station. So what's different? There is a refresh button on the screen. This is quicker than refreshing the browser. There's also a back arrow in Clarity and a pull-down with history so you can quickly maneuver to previously visited pages. The biggest change on this view is the Home button. Mouse over Home and you will see all the pages and sections which used to be listed on the left side of the screen. Just like the previous version, the pages you will see depend on your security access. Here's the Portfolio Management section with the familiar Project, Program, and Portfolio List page links. Let's click on Projects and see what else is new. As with the previous version, the Project List page is a powerful reporting tool in itself where you can filter for the specific projects and list the attributes in the columns that are pertinent to your position and role in the company. These filters can be saved in a results list or exportable into MS Excel. And here's what's new. The OBS can now be added as a column in a results list. There was strong client demand for this functionality and CA Technologies listened. Multi-valued lookups are now available to list as columns. There is no longer an edit mode. We now have what's called inline editing. You simply click in the field you're looking to change and make the modification. On this screen, the status value was changed for the first project in a list. Notice the red triangle in the upper left of the field. This indicates a change has been made but not saved. Clicking Save will save the change and remove the red triangle. There is also now an auto-suggest functionality. In this example, rather than clicking on the OBS binocular icon and going through the levels to select the right one, DEV was simply entered into the OBS field, and as you can see, the development OBS pops up as a suggestion and then can be clicked on to populate this filtering attribute quickly. You probably noticed earlier that there was a button called Favorites next to Home. This is where you can add pages that you use most often for easy navigation. Simply open a page and click Add Current to add it to the Favorites menu. In this example, I added Projects and also configured a section called Resource Management and added the Workloads portlet under that section. If you configure sections in Favorites, click on Refresh to bring in a new view. Now let's open a project and see what other enhancements have been made. Just a quick note that the Auto-Suggest feature works on all browse lookups, so it can be used for the resource lookups here under the Stakeholders section. Big changes to OBS. As mentioned before, the OBS can now be listed as a column on the project list page, but that's not all. The OBS can now be made a mandatory field. It can be populated with a default value. It can also be relabeled and moved on this general page or to another subpage. So the functionality that exists with the other attributes and sections now exists with the OBS as well. Another big change is the Actions pull-down menu. This is configurable to add links to portlets, jobs, and reports. Make note that in certain pages, such as financials, what used to be a button selection may have been moved to the Actions pull-down. So if you don't see a familiar button, expand Actions to see if it's there. Through this functionality, not only can selections be expanded, but limited as well. On the Task tab, you'll notice that there's one task list page. Let's click on Gantt and check out the new revision. The Gantt chart gives us a list of and graphical display of tasks and subtask timelines. Notice the assigned resources are visible. Changing the navigation and timescale in a graph is done here. In the Actions menu, this is where you can minimize the graph and see additional informational columns for each task. This is also where indenting, outdenting, moving, linking, and refreshing can be done. Other projects can be brought in as dependencies to tasks. Through the graph, I can change timelines by clicking and dragging the ends of tasks, and I can also create links. In this example, I created a Finish to Start link, and this is the resulting graphical representation. This is done in the graphical display by dragging the link from one task to the next. Finish to Finish, Start to Finish, or Start to Start links can be created the same way. Let's click on Auto Schedule to modify the dates per the new task dependency. After clicking Auto Schedule and Publish, we now see the task timelines have been properly updated. Another note, the Workbench scheduling tool has been enhanced as well to make complicated task lists easier to manage. If allocating hours by labor resources and dollars by non-labor resources manually by month or other timescale in team detail, inline editing applies. Clicking Tab will take you to the next cell. Control+ combinations can highlight entire rows for copying and pasting. Once again, the red triangle indicates changes that have been made but have not been saved. There are new enhancements for separating costs by operational and capital. If you're creating a cost plan by team assignments and allocations, you can divide planned costs into operational and capitalization for each resource line item. This capitalization percentage attribute allows this functionality. Whatever percent is not capitalization will be placed into an operational cost type in the cost plan. Note, for actuals, the task resources entered time against will determine the actual cost if it's by capital or operational. In the cost plan, under the cost type, we can see the breakdown between capital and operating. Here we see the portfolio financials view, where planned and actual costs are broken down into total, capital, and operating. I hope you enjoyed and are excited about the new Clarity enhancements presented in this module. We went through a lot but still didn't cover everything. Please be aware of these other improvements. As mentioned briefly, there's improvements to the Open Workbench scheduling tool. There are improvements to CA Agile 13.2, which runs on Salesforce.com. Improvements include better integrations. You can now assign non-team members to tasks. This is actually a switch where you can either allow or not allow that functionality on projects. There's a group by additional functionality for graphical portlets, more flexibility as far as logical grouping. The financial object is now process enabled. There's a lot of enhancements to the portfolio with version 13.2, including Waterline. This allows you to easily rank projects by business alignment, return on investment, and other attribute values. There are also a lot of enhancements to portlets, including new portlets and portlet enhancements. Getting information out of Clarity through out-of-the-box portlets has never been easier. About WinMill. WinMill software provides the services you need to effectively utilize CA Clarity to improve project, portfolio, financial, and resource management for your organization. They are preferred services partner and advanced channel partner of CA Technologies. Over 650 Clarity professional services implementations since 2004. For more information, contact the WinMill account manager at inquiry@winmill.com or 1-888-711-6455.